guys, thanks for joining me again, and in this video I just wanted to share with you all some things that I got from Josie Maran's line. She is a former supermodel that has started a cosmetic line that is surrounded by the one main ingredient, which is 100% pure argan oil. And this is one of the bottles. This is a smaller bottle of her argan oil. And I enjoy her argan oil. And when I was looking to purchase the argan oil, I went over to my favorite channel, which is QVC, and I, scoped out the presentation and the videos about her cosmetic line, and it all seemed great. It was infused with argan oil, everything, from the eyeshadow to the lip gloss. But I was kind of concerned when it came to foundation and other things, other color cosmetics, because I just wasn't sure if it was going to look good on my skin tone. There wasn't a lot of information on that, because as you may know, a lot of cosmetic companies, they really only aim toward, when it came to the richer tones or the deeper tones, it was only one color, which was deep or rich. It wasn't anything like medium deep or rich medium or anything like that, and then dark rich or darker medium, whatever it is. It was just one. And I was just thinking, well, I don't know if this is gonna fit me or not. But I went ahead and I got some of the items because they came in, today's special values, and they were, in a kit. And I just thought to myself, if it doesn't work, I can always return it. But I just wanted to share some of the items that I got with you all in case anyone out there with my skin tone or darker is interested in the Josie Maran's color cosmetics. And I just have a few things right now, and I'm just going to share my thoughts on them and take swatches, and you can get an idea of it. So the first thing I have is the Argon Matchmaker Serum Foundation. Okay, so as you can see, I got the medium dark. Okay, and this is basically an instant self-adjusting foundation. So it was quite amazing when I saw the presentation on QVC, and I saw how the serum would go on everyone's skin, each model's skin, white, but then somehow turn to be the model's skin tone, like as she rubbed it into her skin. I was just like, amazing, that I want to try. So it came in a kit, and it was really cool. Really cool price. It was a decent price, and I was just thinking to myself, it should work because they were using the same model. And if anyone watches QVC, that's always the same model, for Josie Maran's, whenever she uses the foundation on the darker skin tone, it's always the same model. And she was pretty, dark skin. So I thought, okay, this would work for me because this is the darkest. It's medium dark. And the shades that are available are just fair light, and then light medium, and then medium dark. That's all. And so basically you fit into one of those ranges, fair light, let me go back to it. I forgot. You fit into one of those ranges. You fit into fair light, light medium, or medium dark. Unfortunately, there isn't dark, very dark, or, there isn't anything else. So I was thinking, okay, medium dark. So it comes in a pump, and as you can see, I've used it, and I'm just going to use it on my hand right here. That was a lot. So anyway, look at how it turns out. Like, this is my hand, okay, and it is being rubbed in, and it still looks pretty white. it still looks pretty light. And, you know, I'm rubbing it in, and I actually got quite a lot on there, okay? And so this right here is basically where you're like, oh, okay, wow, that did turn into my skin tone. Amazing. But it kind of has that that white cast. It kind of looks a little ashy. It kind of looks a little ashy. But it's so smooth, and it's so, you know, serum-like, you know? And you know it has the argan oil in it, and you're like, well, I hope and I think that it's going to do something good for my skin because it has a serum in it. And, you know, it may have that little bit of an overcast, but, you know, it's something that you can work into. So, as you can see, if you look at my arm, which my hand is kind of a little bit lighter, the back of my hand, but if you look at it, it kind of looks like it's not completely matched. Okay, so that was my issue. That was my dilemma with the Matchmaker Serum Foundation. And it has a bit of a, it's not perfumey, it's not chemically smell. It's just like a little fresh, it's a little bit of a fresh smell that it has. Yeah, so it kind of like a lotion, kind of like a light lotion smell. So anyway, just to show you, it's medium to light coverage, okay? Medium to light coverage, and it is pretty much, you know, light, you know? For medium dark, it's light. So what I would do is I would simply put this on as a primer. And I know people are probably like, oh, that's an extra step and that's just crazy. But you know what? I like the benefits to it, and I just feel like, you know, it does do a light coverage. If I'm in the house, I can pop this on and be okay with it. And of course, I will blend it because I don't want my face to get oily. Don't want my face to get oily. So of course, I will blend it with a powder. You know, I do want to try the Matchmaker powder in medium dark, of course. But you know, I just want to, you know, I just use my Tarte powder because that's, you know, paraben free and everything in it, and it matches my skin perfectly. So I put some powder on just to make sure it doesn't get oily, and I think that's good enough for me. I don't know how they had the lady on there who was so much more darker, putting the medium dark, which is the darkest shade that Josie Maran's Matchmaker foundation comes in. I don't know how they had her putting that on, and how the secrets of TV, you know, the secrets of TV. But all I know is that I'm an NC45 in MAC, and I do think that this with powder with a little work, okay, could work on a day that is not summertime, where I have not gotten darker by the sun. It's just so many things that you have to work with. But I'm willing to do the extra work because I like makeup. But for anyone who's just trying to get something to throw on their face, I would not suggest this for dark skin. They need to come up with a dark dark or a deep dark, and then maybe it will be good for women of color. Now, moving on to the next thing. And this is actually like a two-part because these came together. And this is the this is the Josie Maran Argan Tinted Moisturizer, excuse me, which I have heard, you know, raving reviews about on YouTube. It's great that it has the natural It has the natural SPF. So it has SPF 30 natural, broad spectrum. So a lot of great things about this, and I'm going to go ahead and show you what the color looks like, as well as what the concealer looks like. They're both in dark 1, okay? So they're both in dark 1. They came together. And I'm going to go ahead and show you first this, which comes in a little squeezy tube. Great for travel, you know. If you're going to the beach, if you're going out, you know, just some place where you need that SPF, where you need, you know, all that extra stuff. Okay, so it doesn't come out white. It comes out a nice rich, well, it's not a rich, but it's a nice tan color. Okay, so it's a tan color. And it's kind of hard to do upside down. Okay, so when she did her presentation, she was telling the models to just rub it in like it's lotion on your face. You know, rub it in. You may not need a brush, you know what I'm saying? So I'm still trying to show y'all this. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put on half my hand so I can make sure that I can have a space for the concealer. Okay, so we're looking at this, right? And this is definitely richer of a color. This is definitely richer of a color. This one a little pale. Okay. So yeah, but it's not too much like, you know, the same. It's kind of hard to have y'all see it. Okay. And with this, what was said in the demonstration was that this is more of a coverage, you know. This can be, you know, you can build it up, which I kind of think you can build up any foundation, you know. Let it dry, put on some more, let it dry. But who wants to put on more of that Matchmaker and get more of that ashy tint? It's a possibility that this ashy tint, or this one, this tinted moisturizer, could promote an ashy tint because it has the SPF. It's an all-natural SPF. And then also, you know, and then also, if the color isn't the right color for your skin tone, lighter than your skin tone, then of course it's going to be ashy. So just want to look up the information on the color options for the Argon Tinted Moisturizer. So dark one is Espresso. Okay, so that is the darkest, dark one. Then you have going down, so basically going lighter, you have medium 2, which is Desert, and then you have light 2. So there are no other, and then you have light 1, then you have fair 1, and then you have medium 1. So it's kind of weird how they have like several choices for medium and fair. Well, actually, they have several choices for medium and fair, but only one choice for dark, and it's just one choice for dark. But you know, I think maybe there's a lot more that goes into it. I'm guessing a lot more that goes into making a dark foundation. Okay, so those were the two foundations that I have from Josie Maran. My name is Matchmaker foundation, and then one was the Josie Maran Tinted Moisturizer. I put them both in my hands. You know, I for some reason like the way it feels. I just am gonna work with it, okay? And the concealer stick, which has gotten so many rave reviews, I like it. And the thing about concealer is that it does not have to be spot on, because you're gonna blend it and you want it to be a little bit highlighty. So let's see, how can you see that color? You can kind of see it, and then if you're gonna blend it in, okay, so it blends in really good. Like, it's not at all ashy or like bright. Like, I'm going to have huge highlights under my eyes. It blends in so well. It's so creamy. I really like this stuff.